And just position your camera in a way so that I can see your entire body, especially when we are going to do a forward bend or a back bend. And the ones who are not going to practice, I would at least like to see them on videos so it doesn't look like I'm talking to a blank screen, so I can see you as well. Only thing I request all of you to keep your microphone muted. If you have any questions, you could put it up in the chat and I will answer them and I will help you. Or you could raise your hands because I can see all of you here and we'll take it from there. How many of you have
So,
somebody else, a restorative yoga?
Prachi, I'm sorry, I
Even
will
if you could.
interrupt you right now. I want to introduce the entire team before you deep dive into the session. And
Gauri say something.
Prachi, I would like to introduce the entire team
Yes.
at Nare Stores, which is going to conduct these sessions, as well as the beautiful women who are the wind beneath our wings, who are also here with us. So today will be with Prachi. Tomorrow, as you know, the session is with me. Day after is going to be with Aradhna, who is a yin yoga uh, expert, and she has helped women reverse their PCOS. She herself is a PCOS warrior. She reversed her own and then she has helped them reverse theirs. She's also our fertility expert. She's helped some women who have had fertility issues conceive. So she's a good person to know if you all have hormonal issues. Then we've got uh, the bubbly Dr. Bhavna over here, who is a medical doctor and an emotional well-being expert. And Dr. Bhavna has worked with children, teenagers, cancer patients, patients with autoimmune conditions, in releasing their emotional conflicts and transforming the way that they look at stress. The stress never goes away, but Dr. Bhavna's relationship conflict techniques transform the way you look at stress. So Thursday's session is going to be extremely important. So don't miss Dr. Bhavna's session. It is also going to be very, very interactive. Friday session is again with me. I will join back. And now I'd also like to introduce you to Roli Jalan. Roli is holds us all together, and she's part of the integral core RR team that works together for every project. And she was equally a part of conceptualizing the Women's Day sessions as all of us. So thank you, Roli. And where is our little bundle of joy? I cannot see Palak. I think she's having some issues with her connectivity. Uh, she is in Chandigarh, so she's off and on. So I will hand it over to Prachi now to start the session. And happy pausing and releasing your stress.
All who've just joined in. So again, a quick reminder, if you're practicing with me, our props ready. Even if you're not practicing, I would urge you to have your videos. I am going to have my video on spotlight, so you will always see what I am doing. So if you are practicing with me, So I would just request me as I practice. And before that, how many of you have done a restorative yoga session with me or with somebody else? You could just raise your hands. That would help as well. Or you could unmute yourself and Anushri, Vandana, Kirti, Gauri, if you are going to practice, no, I'm saying if you're going to practice, please switch on your video, Yati. And if you are not, then I'm going to begin with uh, people who have already have their video on. Again, let's begin. Restorative yoga will help you open up your body, and it can be a very physical and emotionally satisfying experience. We're doing a 30-minute session today. We're going to cover three poses. The poses will be for 8 minutes each. We'll begin with a grounding pose. We'll move into a back bend pose, and we are going to end it with a Shavasana. I would request you to pay attention to your body, pay attention to your breath, and try and be present in the moment. So, the next 30 minutes, we are going to take a pause from everything happening outside the space, outside your room. Even if you have somebody in the other room, just mentally create a space for yourself and be present in that moment. After the session, there are chances you might experience extreme emotions. It's completely normal. You might either feel a bubble of energy, or you might feel a little fatigued, little tired. Listen to your body. And if you're feeling a little tired, go and take a nap after this. It's completely all right. And if you're feeling bubbly, you're feeling full of energy, go go for a drive, call up your friends, do whatever makes you happy. I would love to hear your experiences. In fact, we all at Rachna Stores would love to hear your experiences. So please drop us a message after the session to let us know how you felt during the session, before the session, and after the session. So let's begin without wasting any. People who are practicing, make sure you have blocks. If you don't have blocks, these cushions, the sofa cushions, work well. A bolster, if you have something like that, that's great. Again, these kind of cushions will also work. So this is all home stuff which I'm using today. So you can find them across. I'll give you a minute to just gather your props and one small blanket or a towel which we can roll. As you gather your props, I'm just going to give out the always keep in mind, continue to breathe slowly, smoothly, and deeply in the poses. At any point of time, if you feel the pose is making you feel strained or uncomfortable, just take a deep breath in, a deep breath out, and slowly exit out of the pose or come to a pose which is more comfortable for you. Again, this is a trial and error. I might say two cushions, you might need three. or you might just need one. So find your most comfortable position. The most comfortable position is when you are resting in that pose and you have a smile on your face. So that is the pose you have to continue resting in. If you're doing this for the first time, you're going to find it a little difficult to remain into stillness. All I would say is continue being aware of your breath, continue to focus on your breath, and try not to move. So try the urge to not to move and stay still. Any point of time, anything hurts, you have to stop and you have to exit the pose or get into any comfortable pose which you feel makes you feel better. So let's begin. Also, the goal, the pace of this workshop is to pause. So the goal of the workshop is to pause, and the pace of this session is going to be very, very slow. So do not get overwhelmed with the silence around you. We are going to try and create some silence in our space. Do not worry about when you should exit, when you should enter the pose. I will guide you. And once it's time to exit the pose, I'm going to ring this one little bell here. And do not have to force yourself to come out of the pose. Take your time to exit the pose. At any point of time, do not look at the screen as to what I am doing or what others are doing. Listen to your body. Every body is different. I'm only going to be here to guide you. Let's begin. Sit in a comfortable position. If you have some issues sitting down on the floor, you could use a block. I always use a block because that makes me feel more comfortable. I want you to close your eyes, please, and begin breathing in and out through your nose. Again, if you do not feel comfortable breathing in and out through your nose, feel free to breathe out through your mouth whenever needed. Begin to bring your awareness to your mouth, to your breath. Just notice how the breath flows in and out of your body. I want you to relax your jaw, relax the space between the eyebrows, and very, very slowly start to deepen the breath, bringing it deeper into your belly. As you inhale, feel your belly expand like a balloon. And as you exhale, feel your navel draw towards your spine. As your breath draws into your belly, make sure there's very, very little movement in the chest. If at all, if there is any movement in the chest, just make sure it's very, very, very little. We're going to begin with a simple breathing exercise so that we create this space for ourselves before we move into stillness. We are going to inhale to a count of 5 and we are going to exhale to a count of 5. So take your time, breathe in to a count of 5, exhale to a count of 5. I want you all to complete 3 such breath cycles. Breathe in and exhale. And on the last exhale of your third cycle, I want you to slowly start returning to a normal, comfortable pace of breathing. And when you feel ready, I want you to take a deep breath in, a deep breath out, and slowly open your eyes. We're going to begin with our first pose. It's called the supported child's pose. I want you to get on all fours. Try to touch your big toes together and get yourself comfortable. If you feel you need some support for your ankle, take a rolled towel like this and place it comfortable. And then I want you to take a legs. You could take a bolster, you could use your pillows, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Once you set, and then I slowly want you to raise your arms as you inhale, and as you exhale, I want you to drape your upper body onto the bolster. Find the right support for you. I'm using just one bolster. You could use a bolster and pillows, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Like I said, I'm not I'm just going to guide you here. So I'm going to come and check all of you are doing. Yes, absolutely right, Mamta. Chana, that's perfect. Gauri, your video is a little blurred, so yeah, that's perfect as well. Great. Yeah, I can see you, Gauri. Perfect. Yes, Yati, I can see you as well, and that's great as well. I want you to make yourself comfortable in this pose. Rest your elbows onto the mat. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. First couple of minutes, we are going to take time to adjust in the pose. Feel free to make any variations. Feel free. Yes, Kusum, that's perfect. Feel free to make any variations with your props, with your body, with your arms. And once you settle into the pose, like I said before we began, you know your pose is the most comfortable when you are smiling to yourself. If you still haven't closed your eyes, I request you to close them now. Breathe in and breathe. You could follow the same breathing technique with which we began. Inhale to a count of 5 and exhale to a count of 5. At any point of time, you find your thoughts wandering, slowly come back to your breath. Find your most comfortable position so that we can move into stillness. I'm going to mute my microphone, but I'm right here watching all of you breathe in, breathe out. That's absolutely okay. Just be where you are. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And very, very slowly adjust yourself to the upright position. Stack away your props. Extend your legs in front of you if needed. Maybe come into a cross-leg position if that makes you feel comfortable. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And let's continue this awareness we have with our breath into our next pose, which is my favorite, supported fish pose. It's a very, very simple pose. You'll need a bolster or you'll need a pillow. A very simple pose where you set the bolster just behind. So your sacrum touches the short end of the bolster or the pillow. Very slowly, you guys can actually watch me before you do it and then you can attempt it on your own. Very slowly, I want you to rest behind on the bolster or on the pillow and just make sure your head is rested on the bolster. So, in case your bolster is short or the pillow is short, make sure you stack another two pillows or any kind of support so that your body has the same support here. Since my bolster is enough here, I don't need these pillows. And I want you to extend your legs in front of you. And your arms, you have the option of either keeping them close to your body, arms facing downwards, or if keeping them on the belly makes you feel more comfortable, feel free to do that. So, yeah, your legs are going to be extended in front of you. Yes. So, Mamta, maybe the earlier one had some issues with your knees. This will not. You can just extend your legs in front of you and make sure your lower back feels supported. So, Yati, it's perfect. I can see you. Suchana, it's perfect as well. Kusum, it's great. Again, like I said, your body is different. Listen to your body. Try to find the most comfortable position for yourself. Just make sure your head, neck, and the lower back feel completely supported. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out. This is a great heart opener, and you will notice that the breathing is more open in this pose as compared to the earlier one. The earlier pose was more grounding. This is more a heart opener pose because your chest is supported with the bolster. Your chest opens up with every breath you take. So do not feel scared to open up your breath. Breathe in and out. Feel free to release and relax and allow your body this pause in your life. Breathe in and breathe out. Again, I'm going to mute myself at any point of time. If you feel any discomfort, feel free to exit out of the pose and get into any comfortable pose which makes you smile. Continue breathing in and out. I want you to take deep breath in and a deep breath out. Whenever you feel ready, I want you to come to a seated position. Take your time Roll on to your favorite side. Once in the seated position, continue breathing in and out. Take a moment to notice how your breath feels now as compared to when we began. Time to move into our final resting pose, Shavasana. I would request you to lie on your back. Feel free to use any props. Feel free to use a pillow under your head. Feel free to use a bolster under your knees or your calf. If you're practicing in an AC room and you're feeling a little cold, feel free to drape a light blanket over yourself so you feel more comfortable. Lie on your back with your legs straight out, arms by your side, palms facing upward. Mamta, especially for you, if lying straight creates some discomfort in your lower back or your knees, you can place a pillow under the knees or calf. Once you find your comfortable Shavasana resting pose, I want you to close your eyes. Relax the jaw. Relax the eyebrows. Relax the tongue. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Feel the rise and fall of the chest on each inhalation and exhalation. Invite relaxation every time you breathe in and let go of tension every time you breathe out. Feel all the points of contact between the body and the floor and allow your body to sink into the mat. And as you sink, release all the tension your body is holding on to. Let go, relax, and breathe. We're going to take some moments in silence here. Focus on relaxing the entire body. Remember, inhale to relax, exhale to let go. Enjoy the sense of letting go. Enjoy this moment of pause, and I will see you on the other side of Shavasana. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Allow your body to make any movement it wants to make, come back to the sound of my voice, to come back to the sounds in the room. Take your time, roll on to your favorite side, With your eyes still closed, come to a seated position. I invite you to join your hands, get them closer to your heart. Bow down, try to touch your chin to your chest. Thank yourself for carving out this time for yourself. Thank you for taking a pause with me. Thank you for sharing your breath, your time, and your practice with me. Namaste. Drink lots of water after the practice. Go grab yourself a green tea or a herbal tea of your choice and continue this awareness, this sense of stillness you have just experienced into your day. Thank you so much, you lovely women. Have a happy Women's Day. And like I said earlier, we would love to hear how your experience was. Thank you, Yati. My pleasure. I'm glad you find stillness amazing. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. If you have any questions you would want us to answer, feel free to drop in a message at Rachna Restores and we'll take it from there.
Prachi, you're on mute, I think.
No, I'm not on mute. Can everybody hear me? Or
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, okay, great. Okay, Rachna, you want to just come and say bye bye to these wonderful ladies? You're welcome, Kusum. Mamta, hope you're feeling fine.
May I just add something? Can I speak? Is that okay?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Okay, so I didn't, it was so beautiful. I actually didn't want to come back. It's very difficult for me to go still, and it was so beautiful. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. I'm fine.
Okay, I'm glad. Okay, thank you once again, and we hope to see you tomorrow for our next session, Breathe with Rachna. Have a wonderful Women's Day. Namaste.
That was beautiful. I'm sure everybody felt relaxed. And just in case some of you missed this, for a very, very brief period of time, we are going to also have it on our YouTube channel. So if you have missed some parts of it due to connectivity issues, you can easily go to our YouTube channel, Restore with Rachna, and view it. We are going to be removing it after a couple of hours. So just ensure that you see it. Thank you so much, Prachi. I look forward to seeing each one of you tomorrow on at 3 p.m. for
That
the
was beautiful. I'm
breathe
sure everybody felt relaxed.
for the breathe
And
session. And I will see you at the breathe session tomorrow, 3 p.m. Don't be late.
bye.
Bye.